Welcome back everybody to our Vivaldi Edit Challenge. Today's concerto is the first concerto of the Opus 12 set. I haven't been able to do any of the Opus 12 concerti or the Opus 11 concerti because neither set is available on the internet. So I have to rely on a good old-fashioned paper copy. Here's my copy of the violinist solo part book. A few weeks ago we looked at the A minor concerto from Leicester and Monaco. That was the very first piece of Vivaldi I ever played. And this concerto was the second. I think pretty much as soon as we'd finished learning the first move, scraping through the first movement of the A minor, we were on to the G minor. It was seen as a sort of as progression. But I have to say, I vaguely remember playing this when I was about 10 and thinking it was good. But my God, I didn't realise quite how good this is. I mean, it's when it comes to harmony, you can sort of Vivaldi sort of falls into three categories. There's sublime, there's simple but extremely effective, and there's downright quirky but extremely effective. And this concerto, I feel, falls into the sublime category. What he does is absolutely amazing. I mean, the harmonic content in here is so beautiful. And the other interesting thing about it, particularly the first movement, is it doesn't have Vivaldi's sort of customary vim and vigour. It's a very, very meditative opening movement. And also, if you look at the second movement, which is has a fugal opening, and even at the last, in the closing ritornello of that movement, he even introduces stretto, which is a sort of tightening up of the fugal entries. I mean, I do wonder whether this concerto might have been intended for the church originally. If you look at the third concerto in this set, which unusually is for strings alone without soloist, there's at the end of that, the last movement is a huge fugue. And then also the fourth concerto with its slow opening and then relatively stately allegro that follows. I wonder whether that is also a concerto that was destined originally for the church. So, I mean, whether when Vivaldi was putting this set together, he intended it, he was consciously picking church concertos to go into one publication. Don't know, who knows. But here's the opening movement, ritornello of the opening movement. So there you go. I mean, it's a really stunning opening ritornello, and it's really beautiful as well when it comes in the parallel major. So there you go. One of the things that I noticed when editing this opening movement is how Vivaldi, after he's given his initial ritornello, how he then chops it up and puts it back together for all the successive ritornelli. Also, the last movement as well. I mean, it's one of the amazing things. People think, oh, Vivaldi is so predictable because it just goes, it's always the same. The thing is, he has the last laugh because it is never the same. And if you actually look at how he sort of cut things up and jumbled them about and then changed them a little bit, it's really, really fantastic composition. The slow movement, although it sounds dreadful on Sibelius software, is, I think, a thing of great beauty. If I can just get a relatively decent... Oh no, is that all right? I particularly like this, given that Vivaldi's writing in a period where composers don't really bother putting a huge amount of detail in their compositions regarding dynamics, things like that. The fact that he's given piano, più piano, more piano, and then pianissimo here is really, you know, his attention to detail is amazing. And then in the rest of the slow movement, normally what you would get would be a solo line with either the upper strings accompanying or the basso continuo accompanying, and then your closing ritornello. But what's brilliant about this is you have a section with just the violins accompanying, then the violas enter with the violins, and the accompaniment is related to the material that we hear in the opening ritornello, and then violas drop out, and then the bass comes in sort of imitation with the violins, then the bass drops out again, the viola comes back. It's really, really, really brilliant writing. And then the last movement, which has a little bit more life to it. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean, I think the first movement is beautiful. The last movement is a bit livelier. It's just brilliant. I think this is a candidate for one of my top 10. One of Ade's top 10 concertos. I think we've got to give it. I think we've got to give it a 10. So there you go. We're going to have another look at another concerto from the Opus 12 later on. You'll either get 2 videos today or 2 tomorrow. We'll see how we go. All right. Cheers.